Dear students, in the previous session I explained about the important concepts which are related to exercise 3b. So in this session I am going to explain exercise 3b first bit problems. Okay, so first one, if the quadratic equations ax square plus 2bx plus c is equals to 0 and ax square plus 2cx plus b is equal to 0, the condition is b not equal to c have a common root, then show that this condition. Okay, so read once again. These two are the quadratic equations and they are having a common root, then prove that this is the condition. So if this condition satisfies, then only those two quadratic equations having common root. Okay, so how can we solve this relation? Okay, so first of all, given quadratic equations QE, quadratic equations are, one is ax square plus 2bx plus c is equal to 0 and second one is ax square plus 2cx plus b is equal to 0. So these two equations having common root. So in general we can assume the roots are alpha and beta, right? So now here we have these two quadratic equations having common root. Let that common root be alpha. Okay, so let alpha be the common root of 1 and 2. So alpha is a root which is common to both two equations. So as alpha is the root for equation 1, it should satisfy equation 1. So alpha should satisfy equation 1, then a alpha square plus 2b alpha plus c is equal to 0. This is equation number 3 and alpha is the root of equation 2, right? So then alpha should satisfy equation 2 also. That means a alpha square plus 2c alpha plus b is equals to 0. Now these two are quadratic equations having common root alpha. Then I have substituted alpha in those two equations. Now solve these two equations. Okay, now subtract 4 from 3. Here we have positive sign, it become negative. This also negative. So a alpha square minus a alpha square becomes 0. Here 2b alpha minus 2c alpha. Here place c minus b. This plus b become minus b, right, which is equal to 0. Now in the left hand side, in these two terms, 2 alpha is common, right? 2 alpha common. Then what is remaining here? B, and here minus c remaining, which is equal to, bring these two terms to right hand side, then minus b become plus b and c become minus c. Okay, now 2 alpha is equal to b minus c. Here b minus c is multiplying. If we bring to right hand side, then it will divide the term b minus c. So remember why the condition, why they mentioned b is not equal to c. Okay, so in the previous sessions also I explained and I instructed that if a condition is mentioned in the question, so we should think about that condition first, why they mentioned that condition. So here why b not equal to c means, if b is equals to c, then denominator and numerator become 0. So then 0 by 0, what is it? 0? No. Is it 1? No, it is not defined, indeterminate form. Okay, so 0 by 0 form, it is of the form 0 by 0. So that's why the condition is b not equal to c. So for other than if b is equal to c, it is of the form 0 by 0. If b not equal to c, then these two become cancel. Okay, So they are two same terms. So if we take b is equal to and c is equal to 1, where b not equal to c, 2 minus 1, 2 minus 1, both are same, they will get cancelled. Then alpha is equals to 1 by 2. So after solving 3 and 4, we got the value of alpha. Now substitute this alpha, value of the alpha, in either 3 or in 4. So substitute alpha is equal to 1 by 2 in equation number 3. So then we will get a into alpha square, that is 1 by 2 whole square, plus 2b into alpha, that is 1 by 2, plus c is equal to 0. Substitute it either in 3 or in 4. Okay, now a 1 square 1, 2 square 4, that is a by 4, 2 gets cancelled, that is b, plus c is equal to 0. Now 4 LCM, a 4 into b 4b, 4 into c 4c, which is equal to 0. 4 become 4 bring to right hand side, 0 into 4 become 0. So a plus 4b plus 4c is equals to 0 is the required condition. Okay, so like this we can prove. This is the second method. In this method also we can solve. So these two are quadratic equations, and here this is of the form a1x square plus b1x plus c1 is equal to 0. So then a1 is equal to a, b1 is equal to 2b, and c1 is equal to c. So in the second quadratic equation, a2 is equal to a, b2 is equal to 2c, and c2 is equal to b. So if two quadratic equations having common root, then the condition already I explained in previous session, that is c1 a2 minus c2 a1 whole square, which is equal to a1 b2 minus a2 b1 into b1 c2 minus b2 c1. Now c1 a2, substitute what is c1? C1 is c into a2, that is a, minus c2 is b, and a1 is a whole square, a1 b2 a1 a b2, that is a into 2c 2ac, minus a2 a b1 2b, that is 2ab, into b1 c2 b1 into c2, 2b into b 2b square, minus 2c square. Now in this a is common, so a is common, a square outside, then c minus b whole square. In this 2a is common, then c minus b is remaining, and in this one 2 is common. What is remaining? B square minus c square, that can be represented as b plus c into b minus c. So now one a gets cancelled and one c minus b gets cancelled. Here minus I am taking common. What is remaining? B minus c. Here 2 into 2 4 into b plus c into b minus c. Again b minus c cancel. Bring minus a to right hand side, that become plus a. 4 into b 4b, 4 into c 4c is equal to 0. So this is required condition. So by using this formula, this condition also we can solve. Second problem similar to first problem. Students, pause the question and write the question. So then solve yourself and check with the solution. So the problem is, these are the two quadratic equations. One is x square minus 6x plus 5 is equals to 0, and second one is x square minus 12x plus p is equal to 0. These two are having common root. Then find the value of p. That is the question. So first, this is the quadratic equation. Solve that quadratic equation, then you will get two values. From the first value, let us take this is the common root. So as it is common root, this also should satisfy for second equation also. So that's why I substitute x is equal to 1 in second quadratic equation. After simplification, you will get the p is equal to 11. Next, let us check x is equal to 5. Another root is a common root. Okay, So if x is equal 5 is the common root for those two quadratic equation, then substitute in this one. From that you will get p is equal to 35. So if 1 is the common root for both, then p is equal to 11. If 5 is the common root for both quadratic equation, in that case p is equal to 35. So this is the clear solution. So in another way, by using formula, just write a1, b1, c1 from first quadratic equation and a2, b2, c2 from second quadratic equation. After substituting and simplification, you will get a quadratic equation in terms of p, and factorize that quadratic equation. Finally you will get the value of p. Those are 11 or 35. Next, third problem, if these two are quadratic equations and they are having common root, then find the value of a. Same method, solve yourself. So from the first equation we will get two roots. Already we have solved in second problem in same quadratic equation. So x is equal to 1 or 5 are the roots. So substitute x is equal to 1 in second equation. Why should we substitute? Y means, so that is common root. Let the x is equal to 1 is common root for two quadratic equations. So if x is equal to 1 is a common root, then the corresponding value of a is 12. If x is equal to 5 is the common root for both quadratic equations, then corresponding value of a is 4. Like that we can estimate. Next problem. If the equations x square plus ax plus b is equal to 0 and x square plus cx plus d is equal to 0, two quadratic equations have a common root. Both are having a common root and the first equation has equal roots. First equation has equal roots. Then prove that this condition. So simple problem. So let alpha be the common root for x square plus ax plus b is equal to 0 and x square plus cx plus d is equal to 0. That is first condition. Next, common root and the first equation. So this equation having equal roots. First equation having equal roots. So already alpha is the root of the first equation. So then the roots of first equation x square plus ax plus b is equal to 0 are equal roots, means alpha comma alpha. It is given the first equation having equal roots. So one root is we are taking one root is alpha, then automatically another root also alpha. Why means they are equal. Okay, next, so just recall what is the sum of the roots. Sum of the roots is minus x coefficient by x square coefficient minus b by a, right? Minus b means a means 1. So sum of the roots, here it is having two equal roots, alpha plus alpha is equal minus a by 1. So here 2 alpha is equal to minus a, alpha is equal to minus a by 2. Next, product of the roots, alpha into alpha. Product of the roots is equal c by a. What is c? B by a value 1. So product of the roots, these two are equal roots. The product is alpha into alpha, which is equal to c constant by x square coefficient. Now alpha square is equal to b. So by this condition they are having equal roots. From that condition we got these two relations. Now as they are having equal root, so alpha is the root for second quadratic equation also. So therefore alpha is common root, right? So alpha is root of this. Why means it is common root. Okay, as it is common root, it is root for first equation and also second equation. As it is the root of second equation, it should satisfy that equation. So that means alpha square plus c into alpha plus d is equal to 0. So what is the value of alpha square? Just now we got from the another condition, that is b. plus c into, what is the value of alpha from here? That is minus a by 2 plus d is equals to 0. So this is the negative term, bring to right hand side. Then we will get b plus d is remaining in left hand side, which is equal to plus c into minus a minus ac by 2 bring to right hand side, that become plus ac by 2. So 2 bring to left hand side, then become 2 into b plus d is equal to ac. That is the required condition which we are going to prove. Okay, so just use those conditions, then you will get the required answer. Next problem, you have to understand carefully. Discuss the signs of the following quadratic equations when x is real. When x is real, we should find the signs of the quadratic equations. So the first one is x square minus 5x plus 4. So to find the sign of the given quadratic equation, first we should find the roots of the given quadratic equation, which are alpha and beta. So this is the point which we already learnt. So here x square minus 5x plus 4 is equals to 0. So x square minus 4x minus x plus 4 is equal to 0. As x is common, x minus 4 is remaining. X minus 4 is remaining. So from this x minus 1 into x minus 4 is equals to 0. X is equal to 1 or x is equal to 4. So which is alpha is equal to 1 or beta is equal to 4, where alpha is less than beta. Alpha, beta are the roots which we got. Okay. Now first in these two conditions, which condition this is satisfying, that we have to check. The quadratic equation and a have opposite signs. Check. So this is the quadratic equation and the value of a is 1, which is positive. Okay. So both are if both are having opposite sign, then x lies between alpha and beta. If both are having same sign, x is not lies between alpha and beta. So for that we have to write. So for some values, quadratic equation when x is real, right? So first case, x square minus 5x plus 4 is greater than 0, positive. That means both are positive, both are having same sign. Then x is less than 1 or x is greater than 4. X is less than 1 or x is greater than 4. Okay, in that case this is positive. This is positive. That means this is the line, number line, this is 1, this is 4. So less than 1, greater than 4 values. That means less than 1 means 0, minus 1, minus 2 for those values, and greater than 4, 5, 6, 7 those values. So the quadratic expression is positive. Okay. So ax square plus bx plus c and a having same sign. Here a is equal to 1 is positive and this is also positive when in this case. That means we can write it like this: x belongs to up to 1 means we can write it as minus infinity to 1 union 4 to infinity. In this case this is positive. Next, if x belongs to alpha comma beta, in second case x belongs to 1 comma 4, in that case open interval 1 comma 4. Already you are familiar with open interval, closed interval. So why we are writing open interval means if x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 4, that becomes 0, neither positive nor negative. So here the direction will be changed. So in x in between 1 and 4. So in this region the quadratic equation having opposite, here this is positive means this should be negative. That means x square minus 5x plus 4 is negative in this interval. Okay, so these are the properties which I explained in previous session. Go through that video also. So students, listen. So to check the sign of the quadratic equation, okay, so first we have to find the roots. Now what is the value of a? The coefficient x square is a, that is 1. Here already 1 is positive. Okay, so the quadratic equation positive, both are having same sign, that is both are having positive, in which case if x is less than alpha or x is greater than beta, that means x is less than alpha, which we have to select in 1 and 4. Least one is alpha and greatest one is beta. So least one is alpha and greatest one is beta. So x is less than 1, that means less than 1 means minus infinity to 1, and or x is greater than 4, that means 4 to infinity. In these two cases, for these values the quadratic equation is positive, and the other values, the values lies between 1 and 4, for those values the quadratic expression gives negative. Okay, so graphically also we can check. So by after drawing the graph, so here this is 1, this is 4, the graph is like this. Okay, this is the vertex. Okay, so if we know the geometry, then we can understand many properties. So this is the graph of the given quadratic expression. It cuts at 1 and 4. So before 1 it is positive side. Okay, above x-axis means positive. So and after 4 also it is positive. In between 1 and 4 it comes below the x-axis, so the function values are negative. Okay, so between 1 and 4, that gives negative outputs, and before 1 and after 4 that gives positive. So the given quadratic expression is positive from minus infinity to 1 and 4 to infinity, that is positive, and in between 1 and 4 that is negative. So by using this property we can write, or if we know the graph, then also we can say where it is where the values are positive and where the values are negative. Okay, so try to understand the graphical representation also. And another way we can say that, so already you are familiar with differentiation. Already in first year you have learned that first derivative test and second derivative test. So as it is f of x is equal to x square minus 5x plus 4, it is having the sign changes where at a critical point, that means equate to 0, you will get 1 or 4, right? So then differentiate with respect to x, you will get a 2x minus 5, 2x minus 5 plus 4 derivative 0. If double dash x means this is positive. So 1 and 4 are critical points. So before 1, if we substitute before 1, that means less than 1, we will get positive sign, and between 1 and 4 take any value, that is 2, that is negative sign. After 4 we will get positive sign. So by using this this first derivative test, second derivative test, we can find where the maximum is, where the minimum is. So in next topic is maximum and minimum. In that case I will explain about this first derivative test and second derivative test also. Second problem. So x square minus x plus 3 is the quadratic equation, equate to 0, then there is no real roots. Okay, so y means the discriminant of this quadratic expression is delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. So then the discriminant is minus 11, which is negative. In this case no real roots, we have complex roots. So in the previous video lecture I have given one point, that is the roots of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 are complex numbers if and only if the quadratic expression and a have the same sign for every x belongs to R. So in this case the graph is like this above the x-axis, so it will not touch x-axis, therefore there are no roots. So this is always above x-axis, that means always positive. Okay, so if it is negative here, minus a, here a is 1 which is positive, then the quadratic expression is also positive for every x belongs to R. Okay, so if it is negative here, we will get, if we have minus x square like that, as a is negative, then it is also negative. So these two having same sign in the case of if the given quadratic expression has complex roots, then quadratic equation and the coefficient a both are having same sign. Okay, remember these points. Next, sixth problem. For what values of x the following expressions are positive? So for which values of x the quadratic expressions are positive, we should find. So for that you should learn the concepts of previous video. So go through that video and learn the concepts carefully and solve the problems. Okay, so first of all, just like previous problem, factorize this. So equate to 0 first of all, then x square minus 2x, 2 3s are 6, 2 plus 3, minus 2 minus 3, that is 5. So x is common, x minus 2, minus 3 is common, x minus 2, again x minus 2 common, x minus 3 is equals to 0. So from this x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 3, alpha, this is alpha, this is beta. Okay, in the previous problem we have seen that ax square plus here discriminant positive and the value of a is equal to 1 which is positive. The coefficient of x square is called as a and a is equal to 1 which is positive. So ax square plus we have learned that ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 having real roots. Real roots, those are alpha and beta, which are alpha less than beta. So number one condition, that is both are having a and ax square plus bx plus c are positive. In the case of alpha less than x less than beta, so in this case a and ax square plus bx plus c are having opposite sign. That means if a is positive, then this is negative. So but here the question is when it is positive. In this case which case? In this case it is not positive, it is negative. So if x is less than alpha or x is greater than beta, in this case a and ax square plus bx plus c having same sign. That means here a is having positive sign, then this is also having which one? X square minus 5x plus 6 also having positive sign. Both are having same sign. In which case they are having same sign? If x less than alpha. Which is alpha in these two? Say smaller one is alpha. Okay, always take smaller one is alpha and bigger one is beta. X is less than 2 or x is greater than 3. So that means x belongs to minus infinity to 2 union 3 to infinity. Less than 2, that means less than 2 means minus infinity to 2 union greater than 3 more than 3, that means 3 to infinity. So for these values this expression is positive, and the between 2, 3 values, the expression is negative. X square minus 5x plus 6 is negative. It is having opposite sign. A positive means it is negative. In this case, alpha less than x less than beta, that means x belongs to 2, 3. In this case, the expression is negative. So if for these values, the expression is positive. Okay, remember that point. In the same way, we can solve this problem. The third problem is 4x minus 5x square plus 2 in the right order. So first write x square coefficient, that is minus 5x square plus 4x plus 2. So first find the roots. So factorization is somewhat difficult for this problem. So by using x is equal to minus b plus r minus under root of b square minus 4ac by 2a formula, x is equal to minus b plus r minus under root of b square minus 4ac by 2a formula. So substitute after simplification. Here you will get 56 and 14 4s are 56, square root of 4 is 2. So 2 is common cut, you will get x is equal to 2 plus r minus under root of 14 by 5. So minus minus also will get cancelled. So in this one, 2 minus root 14 by 5 is the least one, and 2 plus root 14 by 5 is highest one. So this is alpha, this is beta. Always alpha less than beta, right? So here the value of a, that is x square coefficient, that is minus 5, which is negative. Then when the given one is positive, okay, when it is positive. So here observe the cases, both are having opposite sign. Here a is negative, so the quadratic expression is positive when alpha less than x less than beta. The question is when the expression is positive. So as it is negative, the expression should be positive. That means it is positive and a is negative, means they are having opposite sign and the roots are real. The roots are real, one condition satisfied. And in the previous problem, the both are having a and quadratic expression, both must and should have positive. By means a positive, the question also positive. So both are positive in this case. In this case, they are positive. In now in third problem, as we got a is negative, but in the question they asked when the quadratic expression is positive. A is negative, quadratic expression must and should be positive. So that means both are having different sign. When it is possible, that x lies between alpha and beta. So that means x lies between alpha, smaller one, and beta, bigger one. So in this case, for these values, the values which are lies between 2 minus root 14 by 5 and 2 plus root 14 by 5, for those values only this is positive. Okay, so the property is important. These are the two problems related to complex roots. So for what values of x, the following expressions are positive. So this quadratic, if we try to find the roots of this quadratic equation expression, it is somewhat difficult. Then the roots as discriminant is b square 4 square minus 4ac 16 minus 48, which is negative. So as discriminant is negative, the roots are complex. The roots are complex numbers. So as the roots are complex numbers, we have the point, that is defined only if a and ax square plus bx plus c have the same sign for every real value. So that means as here a is equal to 3 is positive, then automatically 3x square plus 4x plus 4 is also positive for all values of x, for all real values of x. If we substitute any real value in this one, always we will get positive only, never we will get negative. Okay, so this is the property. In this case also, delta is equal to my b square minus 5 square minus 4ac 1 into 14, that is 25 minus 56, we will get negative only. Okay, so that is 25 minus 56, which is minus 31, negative. So as the roots are negative, as discriminant is negative, the roots are complex numbers. If the roots are complex numbers, without substituting in this one, we can say that as a value of a is 1, which is positive, then x square minus 5x plus 14 also positive for every real number. Okay, so this is by using this property. Already this property we have seen in previous video lecture, so go through that video lecture and learn the concepts. So in this bit they asked that when the quadratic expression is positive, so if the roots are real numbers, a and quadratic expressions have opposite sign in the case alpha less than x less than beta. In the case x less than alpha or x greater than beta, in that case both are having same sign. Okay, so this is about complex numbers rule. Next, seventh problem, for what values of x the following expressions are negative. Same concept, same points we have to apply. So in this bit, for all problems we will get real roots only. So if the roots are real, those are alpha and beta. The smaller root is alpha and bigger root is beta. And if a, first of all we have to check the sign of the coefficient of x square, that is a. So that if it is positive and both are having opposite sign, then alpha less than x less than beta. If both are having same sign, x less than alpha or x greater than beta. By using those conditions we can find. So first of all, this is given expression, equate it to 0, then 5 2s are 10, right? Minus 2x minus 5x plus 10 is equal to 0. Then x is common, x minus 2 minus 5 is common, x minus 2 is equal to 0, and x minus 2 into x minus 5 is equal to 0, x is equal to 2 or 5. So this is alpha, smaller one, and bigger one is beta. Now after finding alpha and beta, these are real, right? So real means this is the condition. Now what is the coefficient of x square? That is a is equal to 1, which is positive. So the question is when the quadratic expression is negative. So this is negative, this is positive. That means, okay, so when and x square minus 7x plus 10 should be negative. So a value is positive and the quadratic expression is negative. When it is possible, both are having same sign or different sign? Different, opposite sign. So this is possible in this case. That means alpha less than x less than beta. In this case only possible. So what is alpha? That is 2 less than x less than 5. This can be written as x belongs to 2 comma 5. So x lies between 2 and 5, right? That means that can be written as 2 comma 5. So this is the way of solving the problem. These are the problems similar to previous one. So we have to find where for what values of x this is negative. Okay, so further first find the roots. These are the roots. By factorization or by using quadratic formula we can find the roots. So these are the real roots. As these are real roots, immediately find the x square coefficient, that is minus 3, which is negative. A value is negative. In the question it is given that this quadratic expression should be negative. So a negative, quadratic expression negative. That means both are having same sign. If both are having same sign, what is the formula? X less than alpha and or x greater than beta. X less than alpha, alpha means smaller value, or x greater than beta, big value. This is alpha, that is beta. For these values means the x greater than 3, 4, 5, 6, though for those values it is negative, and x less than minus 5 by 3. So the values which are less than minus 5 by 3, for those values which is negative, and the values between these two, it is positive. Okay, similarly next problem, the roots are minus 3 comma 1 by 2. here a value is 2. Okay, the quadratic expression should be negative. Both are having opposite sign. So when it is possible, x lies between alpha and beta. X lies between -3 and 1 by 2. Okay, for other values it is positive. So in the same way, fourth problem, the roots are -1 comma 6. Okay, so the value of a is 1, which is positive. The question is, the quadratic expression should be negative. Both are having opposite sign. When it is possible, if x lies between alpha and beta, that means -1 less than x less than 6. For other values it is positive. Okay, so like that you have to understand. Next problem, find the changes in the sign of the following expressions and find their extreme values. Extreme means maximum or minimum values where it exists. So same property. Okay, now this is the quadratic expression. So equate it to 0, then you will get 2 comma 3 as roots. So in this one, least one is 2, that is alpha, and the greatest one is 3, that is beta. Now first case, here the value of a is 1 and this quadratic expression is positive. Already a is positive, so x square minus 5x plus 6 is negative. First I am taking negative, so the quadratic expression is negative. If when it is negative, now you have to say the value of a is 1, x square coefficient value is 1, that is positive. The quadratic expression is negative for what values? That means this is positive, this is negative, both are having different sign, means opposite sign. Then for which values they are having opposite sign? If alpha less than x less than beta, alpha less than x less than beta, that means 2 less than x less than 3, that means x belongs to open interval 2 comma 3, 2, 2.1, 2.2, 2.33. For these values it is negative. Without drawing graph, without substitution, we can say by using this test. And the second one, a is positive and x square minus 5x plus 6 also positive, the quadratic expression also positive. Both are having here opposite sign, here both are having same sign with real roots. Roots are real. So apply this property. Both are having same sign, a and ax square plus bx plus c having same sign. When it is possible, if x less than alpha or x greater than beta, that means x less than 2 or x greater than 3, that means x belongs to minus infinity to 2, less than 2 means union greater than 3 means 3 to infinity. So in this case these two are having same sign, that means quadratic expression is positive. In this case quadratic expression is negative for these values. So like this we can find the sign of the given expression. Now we have to find the extreme value. Now we have to find the extreme value. Extreme means maximum or minimum. Already I explained that if a is 1, here a in ax square plus bx plus c quadratic expression, if a is positive, the graph is open upward, that is parabola open upward. If a is negative, the parabola open downward. So in this case, if a is positive, in this case the least one we will get minimum value, and for in this case if a is negative, then in this case we will get maximum value. So maximum value in both cases, the formula is minus b by 2a comma 4ac minus b square by 4a. The value exists at minus b by 2a and the extreme value is this one. So as a is equal to 1, which is positive, parabola opens upward. So in this case, as the parabola is open upward, in this case minimum exists. In this case minimum exists. maximum does not exist. So at where minus b by 2a. So the value is minimum value or extreme value is how much? That is 4ac minus b square by 4a. 4 into value of a, here a is 1, b is minus 5 and c is 6. 4 into 1 into 6 minus 5 whole square by 4 into 1. 4 6 are 24 plus 25 minus 25 minus 5 whole square 25 by 4, that is minus 1 by 4 is the minimum value. Where it exists at x is equal minus b by 2a, that means minus by 2 into 1, that is 5 by 2. So minimum value is how much? That is minus 1 by 4. Where it exists? It exists at 5 by 2. So minimum exists at 5 by 2 point, and the minimum value is minus 1 by 4. That means 5 by 2 comma minus 1 by 4. So this is the minimum point. The minimum point is 5 by 2 comma minus 1 by 4. Okay. Second problem, similar type of problem. So the quadratic expression is 15 plus 4x minus 3x square equate to 0, and factorize it, you will get 2 zeros. Those are minus 5 by 3 comma 3, which are real. Now this is the scenario. Now what is a? Minus 3. X square coefficient is minus 3, which is negative. A is negative and opposite sign, that means ax square plus bx plus c is positive, in which case alpha less than x less than beta. Minus 5 by 3 less than x less than 3, in this case quadratic expression is positive. So if x less than alpha and x less than beta, in this case the quadratic expression is negative. Both are having same sign. In this case both are having different sign. Here negative, it is positive in this case. So remember those points. And how can here as the value of a is negative, the parabola, the graph of the parabola is parabola and graph is open downward. In this case maximum exists at minus b by 2a comma 4ac minus b square by 4a. Okay, so in this case graph open downward, and in this case as the graph is open downward, in this case maximum exists. And what is the formula? Same formula for maximum and minimum, same formula. So the maximum value is this one, 4 into value of a minus 3, b 4, c 15 minus 4a c value 15 minus b square, that is 4 square by 4 into minus 3. 15 4 is 60, that is minus 180 minus 16 by minus 12, that is minus 196 by minus 12. 3 4s are 12, 3 5s are 15, 4 3s are 12, 4 4s are 16, 4 9s are 36. 49 by 3 is the maximum value. Where it exists? At x is equal to minus b by 2a, that is minus 4 by 2 into minus 3 at 2 by 3. So the maximum value is 49 by 3, which exists at 2 by 3. So this is the maximum value, that is 2 by 3 comma 49 by 3. Okay, so for maximum and for minimum both are having same formula, but if a is positive, then minimum exists. If a is negative, maximum exists. So similar type of problems, find the maximum or minimum of the following expressions as x varies over r. This is the problem. So immediately we have to find the value of a. The coefficient of x square is a, which is 1, which is positive. As a is positive, the graph is open upward. If the graph is open upward, the minimum exists. What is the value of minimum? 4ac minus b square by 4a. So in this one, a value 1, b value minus 1, c value 7, ax square plus bx plus c, right? Substitute carefully, then you will get 27 by 4 is the minimum value. Where it exists at x is equal minus b by 2a, that is x is equal minus b 1 by 2a 2, exists at x is equal 1 by 2. Similarly here a is negative. As a value is negative, the graph is open downward. As the graph is open downward, minimum does not exist, maximum exists. So this point is called as vertex of the parabola. So maximum value is same. The formula for minimum and maximum both are same. So substitute the values, you will get 4. So similarly here also negative, we will get maximum value. As a is negative, the value formula is 4ac minus b square by 4a. Answer is 16 by 3. Solve yourself and check with these answers. And here the values are not given, so that in this problem we have two cases. So when a is greater than 0, in this case minimum exists. The formula is 4ac minus b square by 4a. 4ac, value of c is a minus b square by 4a. Here the condition is a not equal to 0. Why? Because it is in denominator. So 4a into a, 4a square minus b square by 4a. If a is negative, in this case also, in this case maximum exists and the formula is same and the value is also same. Okay, so this is about maximum and minimum and the sign of the quadratic, given quadratic expressions. So this is very important concept in competitive examinations. So students, solve the problems carefully. Okay, so in the next video we will solve second bit of exercise 3b. Okay, thank you.